Now you have hosts that have tens of houses that instead of going to residents, for tourists, and this is changing the face of our cities. There is something wrong and we must really act now, and Platform Cooperative is starting from changing our digital economy is a good way to do it. I'm Damiano. I work on the platform strategy. What has been happening in the last 10 years is that the majority of the big companies started to use this model, the platform model, so that you don't own or produce what you sell, but you put different users in the interaction. So Facebook doesn't produce content, Amazon is a marketplace, Airbnb doesn't own the apartment that they let you book. And this economy has some problem because it's an extractive economy. So there are billions that flies away, often untaxed, and there is little that goes back to the community.
So the basic idea was do all the good things that came out with the disruptive idea of Airbnb, and just to apply some basic principle of circular economy. This means, obviously, trying to limit the number of houses available on the market to only one secondary house for family, privilege resident hosts that live in the same city where they run their business, and most of all, reinvesting part of the commission of the platform in projects that can be beneficial for everybody, not just for the money for the who's running the business. We're gonna launch in five cities as a pilot with very few hosts and very few projects just to test the model, and then reach at least 20 cities for the end of the year. It's a way also to make the narrative of tourism less ugly. At the moment, when we think about Venice or Firenze or Bologna, any city, and we talk about tourism, we have this bad taste in our mouth. It's like there is tourists go home writing on the walls, this kind of stuff. It's not nice. Tourism has become like pollution. So we must make tourism enjoyable again, not only for the tourists, but for the residents as well. I'm one of the actual thousands of Venetians who got displaced by tourism. I was renting, and the house that I was living in became an Airbnb. This is the center of Bologna. At the moment, there are 4,000 available short-term rentals in the center of the city. If I would show you Venezia, there would be double than that in the same amount of space, more than double. If you actually zoom in, you can't even see the streets at a certain point. Check how many available houses have for you today. Then put yourself in the shoes of a resident, go to a portal that offers rentals for residents, and look how many houses are available for residents. In Venice, you cannot find more than 15, 20 in a day. This is not right. This is something that we need to put our head together and to find a way to propose a more sustainable way of doing this kind of legitimate business.
I think is really important, especially for Europe, because we have just 3% of the big platform in the world. So it's really important that we try to build our own based on different values and not mimic the innovation that comes from Silicon Valley, but to create an innovation that really put at the center people and community.